All right, so I got AC's blasting right now. It is very, very hot in my apartment. I have no central AC.
Why? First of all, you're just still in Queens.
I mean, I'm still in Queens. Yeah.
Well, the reason it's so hot is because it's all the ladies there. They make it hot. It's called Queens for a reason. It's not called Kings. It's called Queens.
That's true. It's full Beyonce's.
But why is it? Why is it so hot?
I don't know, man. It's summer. The Earth's tilted a little bit now. The northern hemisphere is closer to the sun. And that makes it hot.
So you don't have central AC, but you still have AC.
So I have a wall AC unit.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's the standard with most New York City
apartments.
Right.
Well, also for most LA apartments as well.
Not necessarily. Let's not forget our friend, Mr. Michael, the other Michael, not you, Michael. He had central AC in 2 of the 3 apartments he was living in.
Whoa. Fancy other Michael there.
I mean, that's what they call him. They called him Dr. Fancy Other Michael.
That's true. I do miss other Michael, though. How is he?
He's doing good. He's what's the word I'm looking for? He's killing it, as the kids say. He's killing it. He's doing well.
Right. I know something very personal happened to him recently. Is he doing okay from that?
He seems to be doing great.
Okay. Like, honestly, I know the story of what happened there?
I know the story. I'm not going to say it here, but I do know the story. And everything seems good. Everything's fine. And it looks like, honestly, he's happier than ever now. I don't know if that could totally be a facade, but I think I know him pretty well to know when he's being genuine and when he's not. And he looks pretty happy.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad he's happy. I'm glad he's doing better. He's doing well. And he had 2 central ACs in his apartment.
Here's what I've learned about life. Once you have central AC, you've made it. You literally don't need anything else. You don't need food. You don't need water. You don't need companionship. You don't need anything other than that central AC.
Well, if you think about it, the central AC, it blasts cold air, and you need water for cold air. So it gives you water.
Mm-hmm. That's true. 100%.
And then there's metal on there, so you could break it off and eat it.
I've done it.
And then maybe from the fumes and chemicals spewing out of the central AC, you can hallucinate, and it'll be your companion. It'll speak to you.
Well, I hallucinate without needing to eat my central AC, but I suppose you could do that, so that makes sense.
All right. Well, yeah, there we go. And we are live. Hello, I am Michael from the Game Boys.
I'm Chris from the Game Boys.
And this is the Game Boys Show, the internet's first and only gaming podcast. If you listen to gaming podcasts anywhere else, it's not real. They were not the first, and they're not going to talk about games.
I mean, we are literally the only YouTubers that talk about video games.
It's true.
That's it. Even we're also the only TikTokers that talk about video games. I dare you to name one other channel that does that. Too late. You can't do it. It's impossible.
It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
Can't be done.
Speaking of impossible things, though, why does Nintendo never discount their games?
That is a great fucking question. Okay, I wouldn't go with never. Because 2 weeks ago, I saw, for the first time ever, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 35% off.
Whoa, where was this?
It was on Amazon. I saw this on Amazon. What? It was not Prime Day, mind you. This was before Prime Day. And I saw it for 35% off, and I told our good buddy Max about it, and he didn't care. So he's the only one I know that hasn't played that game. And he told me it's because he didn't want to pay full price. So I told him about the discount, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Wow.
Okay, cool. I'll go fuck myself.
Damn. Why would Max do that?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. But here's the thing, though. You are 100% right. And by the way, that game is like 7 years old, 8 years old at this point. And this is the first time I've seen it discounted in that span of time. Think about that. In that same span of time, we went from Mario 64 to Mario Galaxy.
Those are worlds apart.
They are worlds apart. And by the time Mario Galaxy came out, you could get Mario 64 for like $15.
Yeah.
Ironically, now it's 60 because the price went back up. It's super retro now. But the point is, the games were steeply discounted by that time because they were seen as old.
So hold on, this makes me want to talk about something else here, which is very excited. Which is video game preservation, right? And the fact that we're slowly moving towards a society where you don't actually own your games anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And I don't like that dichotomy. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. And that's what kind of people don't talk about this very often, but with Steam specifically, if Steam ever went down, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You lose access to all your digital games.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have those games in a physical copy, then it doesn't matter what system shuts down or what server shuts down. You'll have them for the rest of your life.
So do we blame PC for this? Because no modern day PC, no modern day tower ships with the CD tray anymore.
That is correct. Yes, you have to buy it separately.
Right. So do you blame PC for this?
Well, I do know one man that has been screaming about this for years.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most forbidden man on the internet. I don't know if you've heard of him. Whoa.
I have heard of him. I think he might be dead.
Oh, he's dead.
I mean, I haven't heard from him in like 2 years.
Oh my God. Wow.
Have you heard from him?
I have not heard from him. Sorry, let me put that on mute. I have not heard from him. And the fact that he might be dead is actually starting to get to me now, and I'm a little worried.
Well, okay, look, I could be wrong. He could still be around. He hasn't tweeted anything. He hasn't done any podcasts. He hasn't said anything. There's been no videos. You know?
Yeah, he's just been silent.
Right.
Did they finally get to him? Did big PC finally get to him?
Look, you know me, I don't think the new gaming order is real. I don't believe in any of that bullshit. I don't think Bezos cares that much about video games as much as Adam Johns thinks he is, right?
You're probably right about that. But that is who we're talking about, by the way. Adam Johns, the most forbidden man on the internet. Correct.
And I think, I could be wrong, but I think maybe the whole fallout with his cousin and how all that went down, I think that really affected him.
Mm.
And I don't want to say, but he may have.
Listen, last time I talked to him, he said to me very specifically, I am not going to Minecraft myself. Okay. He said that to me
directly. That could mean anything.
I think you and I both know what that means.
I mean, that could mean, he doesn't want to turn himself to a cube. It means he doesn't want to go to the Netherrealm. I mean, it could mean so many things.
Well, what happens when you go to the Netherrealm? You have to go into another dimension.
Right.
He does not want to go into the other dimension. I think he spoke to me very clearly about that.
So, like, he doesn't like black holes, is what you're saying.
That's messed up, and I will not tolerate that slander on this program. Anyway, I wish Adam Johns well. I hope he's doing okay. Man, that guy really had the most up-to-date information on everything. He was always the first to the story every single time. People called him crazy. People called him, a gaming theorist or whatever slur they want to throw out these days. But like 75% of the time, he was right. He was right on the money.
That's true. He had an amazingly good track record, but I still don't think the new gaming order is real. That's just my opinion.
I mean, okay, listen. I totally get where you're coming from. I happen to believe it's real, but that's just me. We'll not go crazy on the podcast today talking about politics, I should say, because this is serious business, and we're a fun podcast. We like to talk about fun things.
We'll leave that aside. But you did mention breaking news, and Chris, I got to say, man, Adam Schefter and Woj and ESPN have been up to date on your news. What is happening?
Okay. This is the thing. So I like to talk to my friends every now and again. You like to talk to your buddies, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
okay. Everybody likes to talk to their buddies. And I'm thinking, I'm going to text my buddies who are both into virtual reality as much as me. I'm thinking about getting a PSVR 2 because I saw on both Walmart and Best Buy, it was $200 off.
Which is crazy.
Pretty soon you're going to be able to hook it up to your PC because they're going to come out with the PC adapter coming out in like a week. That comes out.
I was gonna say I thought it already came out, but maybe not.
I haven't seen it available yet.
Okay.
But the Steam adapter comes out on August 2nd. I don't know about the direct link connector.
So wait, what's the difference between
the Steam? The connector allows you to hook it up to the PC directly. and the Steam driver allows you to play Steam VR games on the PSVR headset.
Oh, okay. So it'd be like a Steam app on the PS5?
No, so it would be an app that you download on Steam that lets you use the headset on Steam. You need to download a driver to make it work.
All right.
Basically, what I'm saying is Adam Driver is getting sick royalties. The point is, the headset was $200 off, and I'm like, that's a really good deal for the technology in this headset. I can hook it up to my computer, and I can play all the PlayStation VR games that I want, which is like 3 of them, but I can play them. And I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go out and buy it today. And somehow, some way, those absolute bastards at ESPN get a hold of my private messages and post about it on Twitter saying, hey, Chris from the Game Boys is finally going to get a PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the actual hell?
So I think you texted me and Bumblebee around what? Maybe. Let me see.
I texted you guys around 10:30 or so Pacific Standard Time.
10:30. Okay, and at 12:51 p.m. Adam Schefter tweets out, sources close to the situation say Chris from the Game Boys is zeroing in on getting a PSVR 2 from Walmart. And that got 4.3 thousand likes.
Listen, guys, fans out there, I know we are the only gaming channel on YouTube. I know we are the most beloved YouTube icons ever. I know we're number 1 in the world when it comes to basically everything. Let me have my privacy. Let me buy my PlayStation VR 2s. Let me buy at least wait till I buy it before you report on it. Is that so much to ask? It's a personal plea from me, for the love of God.
Now, this is just the beginning of this journey, because then something else happened. And, Chris, I could read you the tweet, or you could say the story. It's up to you.
I mean, let's read the tweet. Let's read the tweet.
All right. So this tweet came in at, what, 6:13 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. It's from ESPN. It says, from ESPN's own Adam Schefter, Chris from the Game Boys may have gotten an already used PSVR 2 from at Walmart. We will keep you updated as this story is ongoing.
Okay. This is what really hurts me. I go to Walmart, and this is no joke, by the way. This is dead serious. I go to Walmart. I buy the PlayStation VR 2 at the discount as was advertised online. And I asked the lady, this is not refurbished, right? This is a brand new PSVR.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, yes, it is. And I'm so excited about getting this. I want to text my friends, even though I know it's going to be leaked. I text my friends the picture I took of the PSVR on the table. And I send that to them. And then I take the system home with me. And then I bring it home and I realize, the sticker that closes the flap is open. Now, what could have happened was that it accidentally opened on the way home. But I looked at the photo I took of it being on the shelf next to the lady that was selling it to me. It was open there too. So they were selling me a pre-gutted PlayStation VR. Walmart was selling me this.
Allegedly.
Oh, I mean, it's not alleged. It's there. The evidence is there. I'm looking at the evidence.
Now, my question to you is what happened after that? Because we didn't get any news updates.
Well, I tried to keep it on the DL because I didn't want Adam Schefter or whatever his name is or ESPN tweeting about it again. But what happened afterwards was I bought the PlayStation VR 2 and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a couple of games for this. So I go to GameStop and I want to get Gran Turismo 7 and Resident Evil 4. I really want to play those games in VR. And they only have one copy of GT7, but it was new and it was unopened. I double checked.
All right.
But they said, hey, do you want to renew your GameStop membership? That way you can get Resident Evil 4 at a discount. And I'm like, you know what? I only go to GameStop once a year now. But if it'll get me a Resident Evil 4 on discount, sure. So he charges me for the renewal, which is $20 for the year. And he says, oh, by the way, we don't have Resident Evil 4 in stock. But the GameStop that's about 15 minutes from here says they have it in stock. They have one used copy left. And I roll my eyes. Fine, whatever. So I call up the GameStop before I go there to see if they have it in stock so I don't waste my time.
Right.
I call them up. I said, hey, do you guys have any copies of Resident Evil 4? Yeah, we checked there for you, buddy. Nope, sorry, we don't have it in stock. I'm like, I fucking hate GameStop. I fucking hate GameStop.
I call them the Empire for a reason.
They are the Empire, and I remember why I don't go to them anymore. For this exact fucking reason.
Never go.
So I go to Target instead. And they have new copies of Resident Evil 4. I got the last new copy, by the way, and the last new copy that was on the shelf. Go ahead.
You know what's bad? When Target is a better GameStop than the Empire.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that a wild time we live in?
Yes.
Where the company called GameStop doesn't have games. You know what? Fuck it. They get what they deserve.
They do.
Fuck them. But the funny thing was, I buy the copy of Resident Evil 4. The guy takes me to the counter, and he says, "Is there anything else you want with this today?" I say no, and he says, "Okay, sir, can I see your ID?" What? Yeah, I just need to make sure you're over 18.
Really?
Yeah, that happened.
Hey, compliments to you.
I will take it as a compliment. So I gave him my ID, got the game. I was like, yes, I cannot wait to go home and play some PlayStation VR. And that's when I realized that the box was opened already. So after we're done with this podcast today, I'm driving all the way back to fucking Walmart so I can explain to them the situation and so they can sell me an unopened copy, an unopened PSVR 2.
Now, would you say all this happened around 6:30 Eastern?
I honestly don't know. I was so heated by this point. I lost track of time.
The only reason I ask is because at 6:32 p.m. Eastern, ESPN sends out a tweet.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And in all caps, it says breaking news. And then it goes back to normal. From ESPN's own Woj ESPN. So that's Adrian Wojnarowski. Wojnarowski?
I don't know who that is, but fuck that guy.
So Adrian Wojnarowski, he is ESPN's like prime newsbreaker for anything, right?
Okay, so he's the updater.
Right. So from Woj, Chris from the Game Boys has received Gran Turismo 7 and Resident Evil 4 in the PSVR 2 trade from Walmart. Steal of a trade, and now Chris and the Game Boys has 2 new stars to build around his superstar, Marcus PSP.
Marcus PSP. And don't you forget it. Yeah, dude, that Chris from the Game Boys, he's a brilliant general manager.
Wait, you're Chris from the Game Boys.
Listen, I don't want to brag, but sometimes I like talking third person.
Okay.
That Chris from the Game Boys, he's a brilliant general manager. Don't you agree? Mike from the Game Boys?
I think he's the best general manager of all time.
All I'm saying is, if I was hired to manage the Mets, we would have won the World Series 7 times in a row by now.
Yeah, it's funny because Depressed Mets fan actually tweeted about that.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I love Depressed Mets fan.
He said, wow, can't believe Chris from the Game Boys got the best trade in all of trade history, and the Mets need fucking McDonald's Grimace to win games. I hate them. Hashtag the Mets are going to Met.
Listen, man, this is what I've been saying to the Mets for years. Bring me on. Make me the GM. But they won't do it. They won't do it.
So why haven't they? What?
Because they're afraid of winning. They're the Mets. All they know is losing. They don't want to break the status quo. They just want to lose.
I mean, they won a championship, haven't they?
They won 2.
They won 2.
It was so long ago that everybody forgets about it. Do you remember 1986? I wasn't even alive then.
I wasn't alive either. But the Mets have won as many championships as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have.
But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won recently.
Sure.
You were alive for both of those championships.
I was alive for both of them. It was fun.
What, Mike, discuss to me just real quick, what's it like, to root for a winning team? I need to know.
It's a weird feeling, right? Because, at least for me, out of all the teams I legitimately root for, only one of them has won a championship in my lifetime.
That's one more than me. That's one more than me.
That's true. And I'm so used to all my teams disappointing me, not meeting expectations, failing when they're not supposed to, that I just assumed that first year with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that they were just going to flat out lose, maybe win 7 games. They surpassed my expectations. They get to the playoffs, right? And I'm like, okay, we're going to get our asses kicked. We get through the Super Bowl. I'm like, okay, this is Patrick Mahomes. He looks like he's already better than Brady. Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. And then we kick their ass. And I'm sitting there in just sheer disbelief. I'm like, no. This can't be real. There's no fucking way.
Wait, so did the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers not prepare you for success?
No, because I was not hardened, embittered, and jaded by the Miami Hurricanes and the Orlando Magic.
Wait, you mispronounced the Magic's name.
The Orlando Disappointment.
Sorry, okay, good, continue.
And the Bucks, were still winning when I was alive at that time. So, I wasn't hardened yet, Okay,
I understand. This hit harder for you because it meant that much more.
Yes. And so I was 28, 27 when they won that.
So can you just but you're not doing what I asked you. Right. Describe the feeling of winning, because I don't know what that's like.
Again, it's sheer disbelief. You're sitting there, you're like, there's no fucking way this just happened. And you look at the screen once, you're like, wait, okay, that's the score. You look at the time, it's like, it's over. You look around and everyone's celebrating. You keep looking around, you're like, okay, hold on, is this real? And of course, my sister lives in Tampa, right?
Fuck Tampa Bay, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fuck everything else that Tampa has. Continue.
All right, there's that. But there's fireworks going off, and there's people running in the street, legitimately yelling, screaming, just like celebrating. And I'm just still in disbelief. I'm like, there's no fucking way this just happened. And then it sinks in. And you scream at the top of your lungs. And you let out the greatest cry ever because your favorite fucking sports team just won a championship. And no one can take that away from you.
Must be nice.
It's amazing. More teams should do it, I'm telling you.
Well, speaking of more teams should do it, rumor has it. Now, I didn't see anybody tweeting about this, so you're better at keeping a lid on things than me, clearly. Rumor has it, you have been bringing the Canes to glory in NCAA 25. Is there any truth to this rumor?
There's a little bit of truth. So, the new EA College Football 25 came out a couple weeks ago, right?
Right.
Now, I'm a fucking nerd. And
well, we all know how much you hate nerds, though.
Fuck, I hate myself.
Do you need a minute to gather your thoughts? Are you gonna be okay?
I think I'm dealing with depression now. I think I need to see a therapist, but I will try and work through that.
All right.
Sure.
We'll deal with that later.
Yeah. So I bought the deluxe edition, so I got it 4 days early. It was originally 3, but I think people were so excited they released it an extra day early.
Okay.
Which is fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool. I like getting my games early.
Yeah, it's awesome, right?
I wouldn't know. I usually get my games late because they give me opened copies that I then have to return.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. You see, between not rooting for winning teams and being sold video games late rather than early, maybe I should be the one seeing the therapist. Maybe you should not be the one seeing the therapist.
But hey, at least you look under 18. So
I'll take it. That's not bad.
I'll take it too. Let's
go, baby. Anyway, please continue.
So there's different game modes on there. There's Dynasty. There's Road to Glory. And so I started with Road to Glory. And the Canes didn't want me as their starter. And the reason why is because Cam Ward is an 89 overall quarterback. And the way it works in the new college football game is that it's really fucking hard to work your way up from the bench to starter.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like real life. All right.
So what I did is I went to a different school where I could start and then transferred the second year.
Okay.
So I started for the Cox.
Go on.
The South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, God. I was hoping it would be the Bari Cox, but that's okay. That's all right.
South Carolina, Bari, same thing.
Yeah, they're basically the exact same location.
Yeah. I mean, look at a map. They're probably around the same area. Same latitude, same longitude, right?
Of course, of course.
Yeah. All right. So I started with them. I fucking killed it. And I could read you the stats if you want.
I'm waiting.
All right. Okay. I would just need you to
So
filibuster.
these stats are for your character being on the Gamecocks.
Yes, my road to
your character was on cock.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
He was a cock, actually. All right, so Michael from the Game Boys, a freshman for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
A starting freshman.
A starting freshman. True freshman. Won the Heisman.
Okay. We've all won the Heisman. That's not that impressive.
I had 5,650 passing yards.
Okay.
73 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
So, are you the greatest college player of all time?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So.
And look, any normal college player will be like, oh, man, South Carolina, they recruited me. I signed with them. They had me as a starter. We went undefeated. We won the first 12-team college football playoff. I won the Heisman. I have a natty. Yeah, I'm leaving. Because I want to go to the Canes, damn it.
Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes. Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes.
Let's go, Canes.
And I played my first game, and I got 365 passing yards, a 68.1% completion percentage, sorry. Okay. And I got 7 total touchdowns.
Wow. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
I was only the first game with the Canes. I got to get used to them. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Got to get used to the playbook, the players, how it all works.
Oh, yeah. I believe you. I believe you.
Now, I have also been doing, though. I've been doing Dynasty.
By yourself?
Yes, for right now. But me and some other friends have finally started an online Dynasty, and that's been fun. So I could explain both. The thing is, I've heard other podcasts talk about this, and it's really not entertaining to listen to, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, I'm interested. I don't even know what you're talking. I don't know what a Dynasty mode is.
Okay. So by offline Dynasty, for those of you who didn't know, I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida.
I love Orlando.
I love
Orlando. McDonald's. It's Orlando. I love Orlando.
But that's where I was born and raised. And so I decided in my offline Dynasty, I'll start as an offensive coordinator for the UCF Knights.
I disagree with your decision, but okay.
I stayed for 2 seasons. We went undefeated, and each season won 2 national championships in a row. I decided, all right, time for me to go off on my own, be a head coach.
I'm going to go off to greener pastures. I don't know what's a greener pasture than 2 NCAA titles, but you're going to go off to them.
But that's the thing, right? So I go from offensive coordinator, and I want to be a head coach. So I have to step up.
Okay, that's fair. And where do you go next?
I decided to go to a school that piqued my interest. A school that it's in a good conference. They're not exactly the best in that conference, but they're not the worst either.
University of Miami.
I went to the University of Mississippi.
I mean, they're both UMs, so that counts.
True. The Ole Miss Rebels is where I'm at. I have spent, I believe, 3 seasons there. I've gone undefeated in every season.
Now, be honest. Do you do the thing where if you're about to lose a game, you revert back to a previous save?
So here's what you can do, right? And I'll explain it to you this way. I was playing on the second easiest difficulty. So that was varsity. Okay. And I was killing it for the most part because it's varsity. It's not bad. So towards the end of that second season, I decided to switch to Heisman, or not Heisman, All-American difficulty, which is the second hardest.
Go on.
Holy shit. That is so fucking hard. It is a night and day difference between the All-American and varsity, right?
Right. Okay.
And sorry. So I was so fucking bad on All-American. I could not throw the ball to save my life. I could barely run the ball. I was struggling to get like 2 touchdowns. The ironic thing is, though, is that on varsity, I could not play defensive well. Like teams were getting like 40 something points on me, right? But I would just outgun them because I could score 60.
Okay.
And then now, magically, on All-American, even from the first game, I'm holding teams to 21 points or lower.
That's interesting. Okay, so this game is made by EA, right?
Yes.
Are they doing that thing where they artificially make the games closer?
Oh, absolutely. They rubber band a lot in this.
Okay.
They script a shit ton in this.
Okay, that's the word I was looking for. So they're absolutely scripting.
Yes. So to give you an example, there was one All-American game I was playing. I think it was the Egg Bowl. So I think it was Mississippi State. And I'm winning 28 to, I think, 7, 28-14, something like that.
Okay.
It's the fourth quarter. There's 3.5 minutes left. All right.
Of course.
So Mississippi State must have just scored a touchdown because they kick it off to me, Ole Miss. I get it. I'm running down the field. Mind you, in all of my All-American games, my kick returner has never fumbled once. He fumbles. He has like a 30-yard return, and he fumbles the ball.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
It gets scooped up and returned for a touchdown.
Of course. Because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Oh, my God.
The next drive I get, I go 3 and out. I punt it. Fine.
And what's the score at this point?
So it's now 21-28.
Okay. And you're in the lead.
Yes.
Okay.
So I try my best to milk the clock out. And I think it's like a minute 56.
So are you trying to quarterback sneak? No, not quarterback sneak. Are you trying to quarterback kneel?
I just run the ball, let the clock run down. There's a 2-minute warning. So after that, I think I need to punt.
So this wasn't a Canes situation where they could just need the ball. No. Okay, gotcha.
The nice thing is, if the other team's out of timeouts or they don't have enough, and there's enough time for you to run it out with kneeling, you can kneel once and it'll just automatically go to the end.
I disagree. I think they should force you to kneel every single time, just to piss off the guy you're playing.
That'd be kind of funny, honestly. But anyway, so I get a 4 and out. So I punt it to them. I get them a 4 and out, right? This has happened way too many times on all American difficulty. They punt the ball. We rough the fucking kicker. Automatic first down for Mississippi State.
Okay, so this doesn't sound like you're playing on All-American difficulty. This sounds like you're playing on Jets difficulty. Like, it sounds like you're playing as the Jets this whole time because you're getting flags at the worst possible fucking times when it's going to cost you the entire game.
Yes. Now, Chris, there's like maybe a minute-ish left at this point, right?
Right.
They throw a bomb down the field.
Of course.
It's a touchdown.
Because of course it is. Why would it not be?
They get a 2-point conversion. They're up by 1.
Oh, they went for 2 points.
Yes.
Oh, that's quite ballsy. Okay.
They onside kick it. I get it.
Wait, why would they onside kick it?
I don't know. Maybe they did a normal kickoff. I can't remember.
Okay, that wouldn't make any sense. Okay.
Either way, there's like 40 seconds left, maybe 30.
Okay, you have to Tom Brady this. You have to get down the field for a chance at a field goal.
Dart to one of my receivers.
Okay.
Wide fucking open. Hits his hands. He drops it.
Man, you really are playing on New York Jets difficulty. Holy shit.
So it's like 4th down eventually at this point. I'm skipping some plays, but it's like 4th down.
It's fine. We get it.
We go into overtime.
Wait. How are you going into overtime? They were up by 1 point.
Did we?
You said they went for the 2-point conversion. They were up by a point. I might be mixing
up games. So in this one, it's either I throw an interception and then I get mad, so I quit the game and I restart. But there's another game where it was like the last play of the game, and Brian was with me online while I'm playing this
Speaking
game.
of Brian, he's calling you out right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's saying Anthony Hamilton. Is that you?
That is one of the guys I use. Yes.
I mean, he's calling you out. He's calling you out as we speak.
But so one of the other games, and I have a video clip of this. This quarterback escapes the sack, throws across his body on the run, a perfect pass. The wide receiver gets it.
Did he catch it?
Four guys.
Did the wide receiver catch the ball with one hand on his helmet?
No, he didn't do that. But the wide receiver catches it. 4 different of my defenders just completely missed the tackle, and he goes in for a touchdown. And I screamed at the top of my lungs. I'm like, what the fuck are you all doing? And I was like, fuck this. I'm restarting this game. Fuck you guys. So
wow.
there's been a shit ton of times on the All-American where I've had the restart games. But I've gotten to the point now where I went through the painful learning phase, and I've now been scoring around 35-ish, 40-ish points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't restart games anymore. So,
well, it's good. It's good to hear that some things never change.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that EA will change some things to make you happy. Like they'll give you an NCAA game, but they'll also make it impossible for you to be happy while you're playing the game.
You're happy if you play varsity. You're very happy.
I'll bet.
But the ironic thing is, and at least for me, is on that varsity mode, I was shit at defense. Shit. Absolute shit. And in this All-American mode, I'm getting like pick sixes every game. Makes no fucking sense.
That's so bizarre.
Makes no sense, but whatever.
So as for the gameplay, does this play just like Madden? Is it exactly the same?
I would say no.
Okay, so what's the difference? Like, why are people so excited for NCAA, but everyone hates Madden?
I think the one thing working in favor of this college football game is that it's been 10 years since the last one.
Okay.
I think the other difference is people are a lot more passionate about college football and their alma maters. You know?
I don't know about
on a broader scale. I would say they are.
Okay.
I think the other thing too is, at least what it looks like right now, is they're not pushing Ultimate Team. They're not pushing microtransactions.
Yet.
Their main focus is that Dynasty mode.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, which is nice. And unlike Madden, there's Team Builder. So you can go online on Team Builder and actually create your own teams and customize the uniform and logo and stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. It's just like the old NCAA footballs.
It's almost as if that's a mode that people who enjoy Madden have been begging for them to put back into the game.
Yep.
For years now. That's so strange.
Yes.
That is just so who would have thought people would have liked that?
Also, the recruiting in this game is a lot of fun. It's a lot more in depth than the fucking, scouting of the draft. The people in the draft for Madden.
Do you start as a high schooler?
No. So, unfortunately, in this Road to Glory, no, you don't play any high school games. A lot of people are mad about that.
Well, I mean, then they would have had to have essentially had like thousands of high schools as an option, I would assume.
I mean, what they did in NCAA 14 is, look, they already had programmed in the game a bunch of different towns in each state. So, like, when you create your player for Road to Glory,
right?
Like, I can go to Florida and I can scroll through a bunch of different towns, and like Winter Park is on there, Orlando's on there, Winter Springs, Winter Haven. Like, there's a bunch of different random cities and towns in the states. So what NCAA 14 did was they took that list. You choose your high school from that list. You can customize your high school colors, the uniform set, and then they'll just randomly generate your schedule and the different like towns that you face, and they'll randomly generate their school colors and uniforms. Okay. And so they could have done it here. They could.
They didn't do that in this one.
No. Their argument was, and I don't think this was it, but their reasoning was that they wanted the Road to Glory to be short enough so it has more replay value.
So we want to make it more replayable by making it shorter.
Yes.
That is an ass backwards argument if I've ever heard it.
That's like I said, that was their argument. I think they were pressed for time and they didn't have enough time to do it.
That probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that makes more sense.
That's my thought, at least. So.
But hey, are you enjoying the game?
Yes, I love it to death. It's been out for almost about 2 weeks. I've already played 98 hours.
So basically, you've just been playing that nonstop for yourself.
Yes, I have, and I'm still addicted, and I want to just keep playing it no matter what. In fact, I also bought a PSVR 2.
Yes, you did, because I hear rumor that Chris from the Game Boys bought one, so you decided to buy one too.
And I had to buy one too. I was like, well, Chris from the Game Boys is getting one. Michael from the Game Boys has to as well.
In fact, I saw after that ESPN tweeted out that Chris from the Game Boys was going to get a PSVR 2. Sales for PSVR 2 shot up by 12,000%.
It's true. It's true. I mean, Chris from the Game Boys, he's
that influential, man.
He's bigger than the Beatles.
I'm that influential.
Bigger than the Beatles.
Bigger than Jesus.
Bigger than BTS.
Nothing's that big. Let's be real.
Okay, that's true.
I don't have a bunch of stands on Twitter literally defending everything I do.
Well, okay. Granted, my dreams for this is not what it used to be when we first made it in 2013. I don't care anymore. But do you think we could ever reach like semi-viral? Because on TikTok we're close.
We've gotten there a bunch of times on TikTok.
But like YouTube we have. Twitch we have not.
Well, we've had one video that went viral on YouTube. Just one.
True. But everybody gets one.
I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of given up with YouTube.
Yeah.
Not making videos for YouTube. I haven't given up making videos for YouTube, but I'm long past the point of thinking we're ever going to get a video that's like in the tens of millions. Yeah. I'm just making stuff that I like making now. TikTok, it's a little different.
I mean, for me on YouTube, my whole goal was I just want to make shit that I don't want to watch, which is probably why none of it went viral, because I watch really weird things.
You watch popular YouTubers now. Come on, don't you bullshit me.
It's true. I watch.
You watch Thoughty too?
Yes, I watch. I watch Mr. Yeast.
Oh, Mr. Yeast, dude.
Yeah,
what happened? Wow, I don't know what happened with Mr. Yeast.
I watch Pokey Lane.
Oh, I love Pokey Lane.
I watch.
Do you watch Jane Train?
I do watch.
Jane Train is a beautiful.
I watch Wantron.
Wantron's great.
Yeah, Wantron's great.
Wantron's fantastic.
I watch Video Game Monkey.
Oh, whatever happened with him? I haven't seen him post a video in a while.
You haven't seen it? I know. Video Game Monkey just uploaded something actually the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here, let me
go ahead and pull up what is Video Game Monkey's latest video?
From 5 hours ago, it's Marvel Rivals.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad to see he's still posting videos.
Yeah, Video Game Monkey.
I hear rumor that after you have a child, you're done being a YouTuber.
Oh man, I mean, he had a video from 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, a bunch from a month ago. So
I was worried after you'd have a kid, he'd stop making videos, but
he's still pumping stuff out.
He's still going.
Even though he's a little monkey now, he's still pumping shit out.
Do you still watch Duty Try?
Yes.
Because he came back too. He's been live streaming Minecraft.
He did. I've also been keeping up with the library historian.
Oh, that's the guy that always goes to a bunch of libraries and films it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he wants to keep a historical record on every library in the country.
Yeah, and I have his. I follow his other channel, the Not Incognito Mode.
It's such a wild name. I don't know why he named it Not Incognito.
Where he has his Explained series. So.
I like those videos too. Those are very, very well edited videos. Very well.
And
done.
Of course, Extraordinary Things. I love Extraordinary Things.
Oh, I thought it was Extraordinary Things.
No. Why would someone name their channel extraordinary or even ordinary things. That's a stupid name.
That's a stupid name for stupid people. Like, who would name any of their YouTube channel that? I don't know.
It sounds like something some pretentious British guy would do, you know?
Well, the YouTube channel I've been watching lately is Dead Setter Media. I think Dead Setter Media is really awesome, especially their Hollywood star, Poor Evans. I'm a huge fan of his. I really love the content that he puts out.
Hold on. I need to sidetrack you real quick.
So you're gonna psyop me. Okay, continue.
I meant to send you this morning, and I completely forgot. And you can hate me for the rest of your life if you want.
Okay, I will.
The Onion brought back Pete Rosenthal? Yeah.
They brought back Pete Rosenthal?
Yes. And his The Onion critic review.
Why did you not send this to me earlier?
I told you can hate me for the rest of your life.
God damn it, dude. Come on. I've gone hours without watching a Pete Rosenthal video and I didn't even know it.
It is so great. It was amazing. I'm like, The Onion's back.
I'm so mad right now at you. Fuck.
I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I can forgive you for this transgression, but I will try. For the sake of the channel, I will try. God damn it.
Again, I'm sorry.
No. All is not forgiven. All is not forgiven. This aggression will not stand.
I get it. But The Onion's back. Come on.
The Onion's back, baby.
Come on.
The Onion's back. Let's go. Oh, man, you'll love to see it.
But Red Letter Media is still doing well?
Yeah, they're still doing well. They actually just made a video where they talked about, what was the name of the show? The most recent Star Wars show, The Acolyte.
Oh, yeah.
They watched the first 4 episodes, and they didn't understand why people hated it. And then they continued the series and finished it. And then they were like, "Oh, this is actually really bad." So,
extremely.
Hey, do you know who Star Wars Theory is?
No.
He's like a really huge YouTube channel. He's done like fan films of Star Wars and done like really high production quality of them.
Okay.
He's huge in the Star Wars, and they made fun of him in the first 4 episodes for saying like he's making a big deal out of this. It's fine, and then they had to apologize to him afterwards.
Damn, jeez.
Not because his fans were coming after him, but because they realized they were being like kind of hypocritical. Like they were saying, why are you making such a big deal out of Star Wars? There are starving kids in Africa. And then they realized that they did a 90-minute review of The Phantom Menace. And the main guy for Red Letter Media was like, "Oh, yeah, that was dumb. I apologize to Star Wars Theory."
Taste of their own medicine.
Basically. But, it's all cool now. Everything's fine.
I was so excited when Disney got the Star Wars license.
So me too. I figured it can't possibly get worse. It can only go higher from here.
Not only that, but like they at the time were doing amazing things with Marvel. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. And they literally could do no wrong. Everything from Iron Man to like the Avengers was incredible. Well, with a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, it was great. And then they got Star Wars, and then they didn't know what made Star Wars great. And then they were like, you know what? We're just going to, all the stuff that nobody likes, we're just going to keep doubling down on it. All the Reylo stuff, we're just going to keep doubling down on that. Saying that the past doesn't matter, I'm just going to keep doubling down on that. Going back to all these characters that nobody likes, instead of focusing on the legacy characters that everybody loves, we're just going to keep doubling down on that. Like, it's no big deal. Yeah, there's a reason that Star Wars is still $2 billion in the hole.
Now, my theory is this, and I've been saying this for years now. George Lucas sold it to Disney because he heard what Disney was going to do with it. He's like, oh, so when this happens, everyone will look at the prequels and be like, you know what? They weren't that bad.
You know what, dude? Honestly, that is probably the best Star Wars theory, no pun intended, that I've heard ever. Because people are unironically looking back on the prequels now as good.
And that's the thing, right? That's the beauty of it. Everyone looks at the sequels now and they're like, this is the worst fucking thing ever.
We thought we had it bad back then. No. Yeah. This is where it's bad.
People, and I used to be in the minority on this, I loved The Phantom Menace no matter what. I think it's a great fucking movie. But now, because the sequels are so bad, people are like, Phantom Menace? Not that bad.
Yeah, great. Actually, you know what? Masterpiece. Phantom Menace is a masterpiece. Jar Jar Binks, masterpiece. Qui-Gon Jinn, fantastic character.
Episode 3, I thought was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was poorly written. I thought it wasn't very acted well. And yet somehow people are like, yeah, episode 3 was the best of the prequels, and it's actually a really great movie. And
there are people that unironically think episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie, period.
Yes. But you know when that started happening? After the sequel. Yes.
After not after episode 7, after episode 8.
Yeah.
After episode 8 is when that started happening.
Because at least I did like what J.J. Abrams did with 7.
Okay, it was I liked what he did with it at the time. I figured, okay, there were some mystery boxes here. Surely they will get answers. But after The Rise of Skywalker, where none of it gets answered, that's where I look back on The Force Awakens now with a lot more hate and a lot more vitriol.
I don't, because that wasn't Abrams' fault, right?
I mean, it kind of is. Like, that's his thing. Like,
he didn't direct.
But that's what he did. But that's what he did with Lost. He set up all these mysteries for future directors to solve, and no one bothers. Yeah. Like, he's a really good setup man, but he doesn't plan anything out, and so it's so frustrating with him.
That's a good point. In fact, the sequels and Lost have a lot in common.
I mean, yeah, hear me out. They're both Star Wars,
right?
What more do you need?
Shit. What more do I need?
I know that like there are good Star Wars things sprinkled in with the Disney stuff. Like Mando season 1 is good. A lot of people like Rogue One. I'm not one of them, but you know, some people like it.
I thought it was good.
It wasn't for me. And people liked season 2 of Mando, and some people like Star Wars Legends. I think it is.
Yes.
The anime, Star Wars anime.
No. The Bad Batch.
No, it wasn't the Bad Batch.
Really? Because I like the Bad Batch.
I did not watch I'll take your word for it. So there are some good things that Disney does every now and again, sprinkled in, but for the most part, everything they touch turns to shit.
Right.
Everything they touch is horrible.
Right.
And the Acolyte is like, I feel like it's just the final straw. Like, I don't know who's going to keep watching this anymore.
Yeah, no, it was. I think it's done, which is sad because there's so much they could have done. There's with their budget too,
$180 million.
They could have actually made, if they tried. I don't want them to do it all anymore, but if they tried a successful KOTOR series.
I don't want that.
I don't want it now.
I don't want anyone in charge of Disney to touch anything else. Just let it die.
I will say the only good thing is, and this is the weirdest thing to me, is that somehow EA managed to make good Star Wars games.
Yes. Well, they made 2 good Star Wars games.
No, I would argue 3.
Okay, what's the third? Because you know mine 2.
Right. I thought Battlefront 1 was actually really good.
I can't get on board with that.
Battlefront 2, they messed it up with the loot box at first, but Battlefront 1 was good.
I thought Battlefront 1 was fine, but I really thought it wasn't nearly as balanced well as the original Battlefronts. Like, I know it's not necessarily fair to compare the two, but you have to. It's literally a remake. You have to compare the two.
Hold on. When did you go back and play the originals? Because it's not as great as you remember.
I haven't. Well, I was going to play it when they re-released them, but then everything got so fucked. I was like, I'm not going to go anywhere near this.
Well, the good news is on Steam, you can still buy and play the original releases.
Like with multiplayer? Nice.
I don't know if there's multiplayer on there.
The last time I played Battlefront 2, I played it on the original Xbox was 3 years ago, but there was no multiplayer, so I had to do it all single player. Right. And I still had a fun time.
I had fun too. I remember playing it, I think a year or two ago, randomly, and it wasn't as balanced as I remember it.
Is it kind of like NBA Jam?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where the gameplay is great, but the balance is horrible.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly how it is.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, you know.
With that being said, though, the Jedi Survivor games are easily easily the best Star Wars products come out since Disney bought Star Wars.
Absolutely.
It's not even close. And thank you so much for buying me that, because it gave me renewed hope in Star Wars. And then the Acolyte came out and it immediately crushed it. So I experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
It's like the Whitest Kids You Know clip where he's blind and he gets the glasses and he can see everything. Have you seen that skit?
I had not seen that skit, no.
I won't spoil it for you.
Check out the Whitest Kids You Know. Shout out Trevor Moore.
R.I.P. Trevor Moore. R.I.P. Trevor Moore.
Rip Trevor. Rip Trev. Rip Trev.
And on that depressing note, I think we'll end.
Good night.